was in the first half when there was a loose ball on the floor and he dove on it. Those are the type of plays that allow you to win. The little boring, mundane things that make big things happen. And his rebounding is real. When he gets to the offensive glass, he boxes out. And tonight we did something that we hadn't done all year. Is we had Zayden and Henry at the same time, and so we were able to preserve our size in the front court as opposed to going small, with the exception of late in the game. And so, really proud of it.
Henry's production and the way he gets it is obvious, but how does him being on the floor kind of make things a little bit easier, different from the other guys?
Well, I mean, it's easier because he's a guy that can consistently score in the paint. He can shoot from three. He can pass, and there's a lot of attention on him. It's just is. And so, when he's in the game, defenses are geared to either stop him or make it difficult for him. It's the first time he's been on the floor without Caleb, but also from a defensive standpoint, even just not even necessarily blocking shots, just his size to be able to alter shots. It's just huge. And so, played 25 minutes, a little bit more than I wanted to play him, but he kept saying he felt good, and so it was nice to have him back in the lineup.
Yeah, I can follow on that. Yesterday you said you look at him in practice.
It's the first time he practiced. Yesterday.
So how much did he go yesterday? Did he get stronger as practice went on?
He did, but I limited his reps yesterday at practice, and then it was still questionable today. He wanted to see how he felt this morning, warm-ups, and just to make sure he's okay.
Spencer. Kind of quiet first half or so. I don't think his first points came until the 5 minutes in the second half, and he ended with 13. So it seemed like he kind of took charge down the stretch. What did you see from him in the second half?
No, he did. He led us. Didn't feel him in the first half, and in the second half, his presence was felt. I felt like he was huge for us. Getting downhill, driving to the basket, being able to score, finish. He got steals, so he also led us defensively, getting steals and deflections, and that allowed us to get out into the fast break. And if he had a couple more free throws, he would have had even better numbers. And so, really proud of Seth's effort in the second half.
I could just follow up real quick. I know you said Tuesday that you kind of took the team had the fight that you were looking for on Tuesday. What you see tonight? How would you assess their compete level tonight?
Yeah, one of the things that I talked with them before the game was finding a way that whatever happens out there on the floor, we have to find a way to box out, to get stops, to make the extra pass, to take care of the basketball, to dominate points in the paint. And so that was a constant theme that I communicated to them in the huddle, was that we have to continue to find ways. And so I would say that, like today, we just kept trying to find ways, and at the end we were able to break away and extend the lead and get a really good road win against a very good Syracuse team.
Yes, in the front out here. Go ahead.
Yeah, Syracuse offseason, a great one-ship team, but Syracuse not the best after that. It's just, what did you see from your perspective, strategy-wise, to kind of slow that down?
Well, they've got some guys that can get really hot from three, so it was important for us to stick with them. I think one of the things that was really huge for us is, our persistence and us being stubborn in transition offensively, having our big rim run. I think it got Nate into foul trouble because he had to pick up those bigs. And so the way that we run our break, it allows us to score quickly, but it also puts a lot of pressure on the opposing team's defense, especially guards, being able to guard bigs down low, and I thought that was a huge key for us.
Against Donnie Freeman earlier in the game, you guys have a smaller guy out and then switch that double. How did that kind of slow him down and just disrupt him throughout the entire game?
Yeah, we didn't do that the first matchup, and then, obviously without Caleb and limited size, it's just is what it is. Donnie's real. He's got tremendous length, can score many different ways, and when he catches the ball a little bit off the block, it's pretty much a score. And so that was one of the ways that we wanted to take that away from him. So anytime that he was in the post against a smaller defender, we came with a double team. we took it off the latter part of the second half, but I thought it was effective for us throughout the game.
You don't need to raise your hand anymore, I've got enough to finish here.
Hi, Coach. Last time you guys were tied at 44, it seemed like a momentum change for Syracuse when you guys kind of took it away. What was the message for you guys during the timeout?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing again. We just kept emphasizing finding a way to put a good 4-minute stretch together, and we were able to do that. It was really led by Seth. His ability to get downhill offensively. From a defensive standpoint, he was able to get in pass lanes and get steals, and we were able to get out in transition. And then from there, we just continued to get better. But it was really the start of Seth. I thought Seth led us when we were tied at 44.
Last four, here, then Shelby, Andrew. Go ahead.
Coach, you guys have been without Caleb now for 3 games, and this late in the season, not having your best player.
3 games.
3 games.
Yeah.
Now that you guys are getting into the postseason, what does it say about your team?
Again, always just finding a way, and then I tell the guys all the time, I can't tell you when, where, how, the manner in which your number is going to be called, but when your number is called, your job and responsibility is to be ready and to perform. And what a great example of that for Zayden. I mean, he's played in most of the games, but over the last 3 games, he's gotten extended minutes, and his play has been real. And just really proud of him and other guys stepping up today and allowed us to get a win.
Third row on the white.
Coach, you mentioned stretches. You guys had a lot of long runs today. How were you able to sustain those throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, just putting, in order to put runs together, you have to be good on both ends of the floor. It's not just scoring. I felt like, there were times we were scoring, but we were letting them score. And so in order to put, runs together, it has to be a combination of execution on the offensive end, but, from the defensive standpoint, get multiple stops. We were able to do that, and that's why we were able to extend the lead and ended up winning.
Last two, Shelby and Andrew.
Hubert, another great game, obviously, for Zayden. I asked just because we were a little bit far from the court, couldn't see exactly what was going on, but just what you saw at the end of the double technical things.
I was on the court, but I wasn't on the court, and I just I told our team whatever happened, for us to stay focused on us, and it just goes back to the thing that I tell them that keep your eyes straight ahead, ignore all sideshow distractions. So whatever's going on out there on the court, the only thing should be on your mind is how are we going to execute the things that are important to us as a team and as a program, and just reinforce that after the game, but also gave Zayden a hug because the way that he played was fantastic.
Andrew.
You often say it's a North Carolina rebounding game, not just a Caleb and Henry rebounding
This is
game.
2 games that we've out-rebound +2, so we'll take small victories.
We had a lot of guys, so you guys chipping in and turning the ball and up court after the rebound. It obviously has to please you.
It does. Well, I'm greedy. There were 2 off of free throws. They got offensive rebounds off of free throws, and so I'd like to get those too. But I was really proud of the guys. Everybody stepped up. I mean, you had guards getting multiple rebounds. It wasn't just Henry or Jaren, and everybody was in the mix. That's great news for us. And I've talked so much about how important rebounding is, and hopefully we can continue to do that moving forward and starting on Monday.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Okay.